In this week's video, I'm going to be telling you how I broke my legs. For those of you who don't know, on New Year's Eve 2007, I got drunk, fell off a roof, damaged my spinal cord, and acquired a brain injury. As I fell, I broke multiple bones in my body. I damaged my brain, I damaged my spinal cord, and then landing legs first, I broke both of my femurs and face planted, breaking my nose and my wrist. My right leg was shattered pretty badly. The bone was completely split and multiple parts of the bone were shattered. My left leg wasn't quite as bad, but it was still pretty substantial of how badly I broke the bone. After I was taken to the hospital, I was airlifted by care flight to the Royal Prince Alfred Hospital in Sydney, where I spent 3 weeks in an induced coma. And after 5 weeks, I was stable enough to go to surgery. And because my legs had been broken, they'd been in traction for 5 weeks, meaning that they had started to set out of place. So my legs had to be re-broken and titanium rods were put in my legs from my knees to my hips. And fast forward 10 years to now. And there's quite a few things that I notice with the rods in my legs and with the parts of my legs that I had broken. I have a hematoma in both legs, which is basically swollen muscle and bone growth. The hematoma in my right leg is a lot worse than the one in my left. And the hematoma in my right leg actually has a little bit of a lump in it, which is quite visible to see and I can feel it. The hematoma in my left leg, it doesn't stick out, but I can feel that one as well. The hematoma in my left leg causes a little bit of discomfort in my leg. I get this weird feeling that it's sort of a mix between a tingle and pain and a hot and cold all in one. I don't really know how else to describe it. It just feels tight, like the muscle doesn't really know what to do. And this is because I damaged the ligaments in my leg. So everything that attaches the ligaments and the muscles together are sort of all moved around the wrong way. And then put the brain injury on top of that, my brain is sending the wrong signals to my legs. So I might start to get pain in my leg, but that pain might be from pain in my back or pain in my head, or the pain might not be real, and I get this quite a lot. I know that if I can actually feel the pain physically, it usually means it's real, because in the 10 years that I've been in a wheelchair and I've had all of these problems, I've sort of learnt to ignore the pain. So I have a headache 24/7 because of my brain injury, but I don't know anymore if I do because I've gotten so used to ignoring it. With the hematoma on my right leg, if I have too much pressure pushing down onto it, I get a lot of discomfort and a little bit of pain. And the worst thing out of everything with the rods in my legs is when it comes to winter. During winter, the rods in my legs get so cold. It's like having ice on the inside of your leg. The outside of my leg might feel completely normal and it might feel really, really warm, but the rods on the inside of my legs get freezing. And it's the weirdest feeling to have the inside of my leg freezing while the rest of my leg is warm. And when the rods get cold in my legs, it takes forever to warm them up. And part of me sort of wishes that there was some sort of switch that I could turn them on, sort of like a little heat system on the rods in my legs, but unfortunately that can't happen. And another problem that I have with my broken legs is that my legs aren't straight. Because my legs were in traction for 5 weeks and they'd set out of place, they weren't put back together completely straight. So if my legs are straight out in front of me, my feet won't touch because where they were broken, they sort of sit outwards rather than straight ahead. If you have any questions, please ask and I'm happy to answer. And I'm going to be doing a video talking about what a brain injury feels like. So if you would like to see that, please keep an eye out. That video will be coming soon. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all and I'll see you next week. Bye!